Okay. Yes. Okay. Good morning, all. Okay. Good morning. Yes. Last day we discussed about that entering query. That means how to design query, and we will go on from that page. Okay. So under entering query, you can design tables like that. Okay. When you are design table, they are having available field with the tables. Okay. That means there can be add some what table headings, column headings and other details with that. Okay, so the next step we will write down. I think we write up to three, no? Yes. We will write down from the four. Okay. When we write down from the four, under that one, the table queries should be what? First of all, you have to select the table from the which you wanted to extract the data in this case and table create learner dreams. Okay, then select the required field from the list shown below. Okay, for this question, you have been asked to display learner's first name, last name, age, and the dream job. Okay, should be there. And you need to what? Field first name, last name, native English speaker, age, dream job, like that. Okay, you can see these are the available fields. Okay, after that one, you can take what you needed field. That means what should be displayed. Okay, so they are displayed what first name. If you wanted to display first name on the and last name from query, you can select them. If you wanted to select all, they are having like what double dash something like that. You can use for what select all option. Okay, like that one, they are having some option with that. Okay, you can use them. Okay, to following up. Okay, what are they? Under table queries, you can select the table from which you wanted to extract data. In this case, table called what they learner dreams or something like that. Okay, so can you write down these highlighted parts? They are having. Okay, please write down. We will do these things. Okay, yes, surely. I'll show. First of all, we will write down them. Okay, these are the steps that should be following up. Okay, that should be following up there. Okay, yes, write down this down part also. This they are having available field and the selected field. Between there, you can see they are having a single arrow or double arrow with that one. Okay, single arrow means if you wanted to select different field one by one, you can use single arrow. If you wanted to select all of them at one time, you can use that double arrow mark. Okay, if you wanted to select one by one, you can use single arrow. If you wanted to select all at once, you can use double arrow mark. Okay, that means when you are using a column heading separately, you can use single arrow. If you wanted to use heading separate, not that one, you have wanted to select all, you can use double arrow. Okay, okay, yeah, mark it down. Yes, write that highlighted part. Yeah. Yes, write them down. Yes, right quickly. Okay, like that one, you can write no. Yes, these are the available fields, and according to that one, you can select this up. So finally, what should be there? When you are selected field, in a double click it from the list available field. Otherwise, you can use the as previously I said, you can click on this angle side. Okay, you can use that. Click on that sign, and if you were clicking on the double arrow, you can allow for the all the fields. So if you wanted to remove something, they are having the option called remove field from the selected field. Use opposite arrow like that. Okay. If you click in on double arrow like this, you can remove all the fields. Okay. These are the options that can be finding up. Okay. And finally, after selected them, you can click next. Okay. You can click next window. that can be appeared in there. Okay. And finally, you can click in the window, next window that appears, set up the query and select modify query and click on finish. Okay, it should be the final steps that can be following up. Okay, write down them. First of all, you wanted to select either double click on the available field or select it at the angle like that. Okay, no, double arrows allows you add alt field, and if you want to remove, you can use the other side mark. Okay, the arrow mark should be going with the other side. There with the double arrows, you can remove all the fields. And also you can click next in the window. You can what? Set up all the query and modify the query design by the click on finish. Okay. That should be the last steps that should be following up. Okay, write down this. Okay, that should be the following up the steps. Okay. That are the steps you have to following up. Okay. There I use double arrow and single arrow quotation for the add and remove fields from there. Okay, you can use both. You can add and also you can remove them. Okay. Yes, write all the highlighted part. Okay. Yes. Write down them. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you can click next the window that appears. You can set up the query and you can modify the query design by clicking on finish. Okay, that should be the following up. Okay, that are the steps. Normally you have to following up for the create queries. That means create table separately. Okay, you select a table heading. If you want, you can add them, and there are option have for remove them. Okay, both of them you can use. You can use arrow marks for adding some, and also you can use arrow for the remove them. Okay, both can be appear in there. Okay, yes. You can use add queries and also for remove queries there. And seventh one, normally now you can see here, here you can see these are your table name. These are what table headings that you are adding. Actually, they are using double arrow mark for adding all the topics. Okay, so now we now have query created on the screen that load, but we have not specified criteria. We are not specified criteria, but we already created the query that load in the window. So if you want to run like this, learn a dream table, okay? You can what when you wanted to, okay? See the table showing in the learner table data instead, click on the design view button on the home menu. Okay? You wanted to what? Design something. If you wanted to display all, right like this underlined part. If you wanted to see the table showing in the learner data instead, you have to click on the design view button on the home button. Okay, you have to click on the design view there. Okay, by using that one, you can display all the things. Okay, right. Yes. Okay, write down that. I think you wrote that one, no? When you selected that one, it should be displayed like that. And next, okay, we need to specify criteria. If you wanted to specify, if you wanted to filter something, the display data, you can use age less than 12. And if you wanted to use something with the letter A, like that one, you can specify it. That means you can filter the data. You can display only specified area, that filtered one. Okay, that's important. That what optional thing. Okay, okay, write down that one also. If you wanted to specify the criteria like there, you can use it with what specific data with that. Okay, write it. Okay, right. Okay, so like that one we can the specific criteria the native English, something like that. Okay, we will see them all of them with the practical later on. Okay, yes, you can get clearly idea when you're doing this kind of practicals. Okay, okay, so finally they are having something like that. Okay, they are having the task. I will show. So lastly, we need to what? Lastly, we need to set the dream job starting with letter A. So do we wanted to what? Use a wild card, such as the wild card is competing is specialized character. You said what? Placeholder for another character. Okay, you can use a wild card, something like that. If you wanted to start with A, C, you can use like that. If you wanted to start with C, A, like that. You can use several wildcard option also. Okay. At last, write down this highlight part. Okay, we will see. Don't worry. We will see. Finally, we will see them in the separate practicals. Okay. Just write down them. Write it down. Yes. At last, write it down. Okay. Like that, you can write that part. Okay, you can select that, specify this. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Write down that. Okay. After that one, we will wind out for today. Okay, write it. Like that one, you can filter your data. Actually. Such that you can write it. Okay. So we will see how we apply them. Okay. Now you already know what are the steps you have to following up. So next we will do them with but practical thing. Okay. We will practice with practical on the next day. So I'll wind out for today. Okay. And then for today, we will discuss more thing on the next day. Okay. So I think it's almost time up. Okay. So we will see you on the next day. Okay, Bhute. So I know enough. Okay. So good morning all. See you on the next day. Okay. Yes, we will write other things on the next day. Okay. Good morning all. See you next day.